OpTic has once again made it to winners finals of Masters, this time Copenhagen. A key part of their success has been their bind, which they won against both XSET and DRX to get to the finals. We're going to take a look at both of their games on bind and see what they're doing specifically in the early round to gain map control. We're first going to look at the XSET match, where OpTic decided to go for early showers control in all 12 of the attacking rounds. We're going to take a look at the start of every single round and the different looks that OpTic shows. On pistol, OpTic just pokes towards showers. They flash initially with crashes and then hold outside of showers, not putting themselves at risk. They end up baiting out a Trailblazer out of BCJ, but then fall off showers. We're going to see this look multiple times in the future, where both Crashies and Marved hold passively and try to bait out util. In round 2, Crashies and Marved once again are holding outside showers. With gun advantage, they choose to hold back in a double stack where they're at different elevations and would be difficult to fight with the classics. XSET initially had a triple stack towards showers, but decided to pivot over towards short. The 4-man push catches FNS off guard and is able to pick up the kill. In reaction to this, Marved instantly pushes up showers on his own and is able to get control. When Crashies and Marved are holding passive like this, they generally only push in solo if action's happening elsewhere on the map. Forced onto an eco, OpTic decides to go for a 4-man push up short. This leaves FNS outside showers, and what he's going to end up doing is trying to use the space that his team is creating from short in order to lurk into showers. Round 4 is the first true gun round of the game, and this is where OpTic busts out their first set play showers take. Finesse throws a molly, Crashies flashes around the corner, and Victor double blast packs in to take quick control of showers. The molly lands in the entrance to showers so that anyone that was playing in the doorway will be forced either into Victor or away from the choke. The set play results in a kill on Zekian, direct showers control, and then OpTic completely falls off, groups up, and then does a B hit. This is a lineup similar to the one that FNS uses for showers. You take the very right white tip of the orb indicator and you put it in this corner. The lineup should arc over showers, hit the little billboard, bounce off, and land so that there's a little bit of the molly inside of showers, preventing you from playing inside the doorway or anywhere near. Round 5 is another short hit from OpTic, and this time we have Ye lurking towards showers. So this is going to be a common theme. When OpTic is choosing to do these fast 4-man short pushes, they're always going to have one player late lurking showers, and this is just to keep any players who might be playing in showers uncomfortable, so they have to watch their backs instead of just focusing on the players coming out short. In round 6, OpTic has been forced on an eco, and in this round they choose to have Crashies playing solo at showers and just poking on his own. We likely see this look only because it's an eco, so OpTic is more willing to take risks than they normally would be. Round 7 shows the exact same set play out of OpTic, where they blast pack in with a flash and molly. Once again, XSET doesn't try to challenge it and is pushed off the angle, which ends up netting direct showers control and the round for OpTic. With XSET showing no response to the set play, OpTic decides to do it again in round 8. This time, XSET decides to try and challenge, but Victor just wins the duel anyways. In round 9, OpTic continues to disrespect XSET until they show that they're able to stop this set play, which in this case they do. XSET have noticed that there's a little window where Victor's in showers before the molly drops, so they decide to peek Victor before the molly comes down and are able to get the kill this time. Now that XSET has shown themselves able to counter OpTic's set play to take showers control, OpTic immediately switches it up. It's still Victor and Crashies taking showers, but this time they just walk up, use a Trailblazer to clear the close corner, and then clear it manually. XSET was holding in the doorway before the molly came down, and this time the molly was still thrown, but the timing was such that it was the dog that they'd be peeking into instead of Victor. For round 11, FNS uses the same molly once again, but this time instead of using the Trailblazer, Crashies flashes and Victor follows it up with a boombot, which pushes Cryo off of the angle. To wrap up the attacking half, OpTic once again goes for a 4-man A short hit with Ye lurking outside showers. It looks like OpTic's game plan going into this map was to abuse showers control every single round of the attacking side. Although OpTic often ended B and was successful on B site, they still showed presence early towards showers because perhaps they thought that XSET wasn't good at responding to this pressure. For example, in round 11, XSET has 2 players playing inside the Viper's Pit and 3 players on A with 2 looking towards showers and 1 holding short. This setup gives complete control of both hookah and octagon to OpTic, so even though XSET was relying on the Viper's Pit to hold, you can see that they've given up a lot of the aggressive map control that you kind of need to hold on this map. There were 3 main ways which OpTic contested showers. First, they just poked and tried to bait out util before leaving. Second, they used set plays to get in, along with a molly at the entrance to showers, which forces players either into the duel or away from showers. And finally, they used a single man lurk when there was a 4-man hit coming up short. The point of the lurk was not to take any risks and to pressure any players who might be trying to look towards short from showers. We're now going to move on to OpTic's following match with DRX. There was a much greater variety of early map control from OpTic on this map, and we're going to take a look at what they did differently because they didn't want to show the same look twice in a row and had a different read on DRX versus XSET. To be frank, DRX also just had a greater amount of success shutting down the OpTic plays, so we're also going to look at what they did differently from XSET in order to shut down the pushes. For OpTic's attacking pistol, they actually show presence elsewhere on the map first, before doing about 30-second delayed Trailblazer to take control of showers, which gets Victor the orb. After securing showers control, they rotate off and end up grouping towards B before moving back to A short and hitting through A short. There was actually a pretty big window where DRX could have re-cleared showers, but because of the early map control, they didn't want to take the risk to push back in. OpTic was also completely aware of their lack of showers control and chose to push out of the back of U-Haul and loop back around to catch the players playing by bench. This is something OpTic does extremely well, which is being aware of where they don't have map control and changing their game plan to accommodate for it. In OpTic's anti-eco, they really just hold back passively, not giving any space to DRX and waiting for DRX to come to them, which they do in a 3-man long push, which Ye shuts down with absolutely ridiculously stable shots. In round 15, OpTic shows what they like to do for B long control, working the other extremity from what we saw in the match with XSET. FNS throws his orb to dodge the info flash out of stacks, and then they immediately flash and double blast back into Octagon to take control. This is very similar to the take that they were using for showers against XSET, with the difference, of course, of the orb to dodge the sky flash. In round 16, DRX goes for the exact same take that they were using against XSET, and it works out once again. They pick up the opening kill. They end up losing the round to a nice hold from DRX, but the look still works. In round 17, OpTic goes for yet another 4-1 ego push. This time, Ye is using his ult towards showers and is able to get the opening kill, but Mako's able to stay alive and dodge Ye just long enough to be able to peek out of showers and get a 2k on the planners. In round 18, OpTic goes for another Trailblazer clear of shower and gets control pretty easily. What DRX does well is they hold on to control of back site, and Mako uses a very particular smoke which cuts off the plant site and allows DRX to retake towards bench for the clear and spam through on the planner. Round 9 is an eco round from OpTic, and they use their weaker guns to quickly do a 3-man push up sands and into hookah. After getting smoked off, Crashies goes back around towards long and uses his Trailblazer in order to push Buzz off the angle in combination with a molly from FNS. Even on weaker guns, OpTic was able to systematically take control of first hookah and then send their initiator and Crashies back around to long to clear the op off the angle. In round 20, OpTic goes for the same showers set play, but this time, Mako is ready. Mako pops his ult and a molly and is able to completely shut down the push, making OpTic waste all of that util for nothing. Round 21 is a 4-man push-up short, with Crashies joining a little bit later, where they just walk through the Viper setup and into U-Haul. Once again, OpTic is able to push out of the backside of U-Haul and make space, which ends up converting the round. You can see that OpTic themselves actually smoked off showers, knowing that it wasn't clear. They didn't want to allow any positions besides bench, and they were able to wrap around backside and clear Mako out afterwards. Round 22 is honestly just a flub. FNS messes up the orb and they all get flashed by the info flash from stacks, and then they try to compensate by using the showstopper, but they get completely shut down, unfortunately, and DRX ends up winning the round. In round 23, OpTic is on yet another eco. They choose to do the same Trailblazer take of showers, while Ye is inching up towards B long with the Tour de Force. Ye systematically clears tiny little angle changes up until the point where he has to pre-aim the angle at the arch, which he finds the opening pick off of. Off of the opening pick, OpTic immediately all rotate over to B, and they're able to convert the round off 2 more picks of the Headhunter and an orbital strike. In round 24, OpTic once again goes for the same B-long pressure set play. They block the flash with the orb, Ye pushes up with the op at the same time as Victor blast packing in, as well as Crashy's flash, and they freely take B long control. OpTic ends up giving up the long control that they have and pivoting back towards A, but throughout the round, the map control that OpTic takes keeps DRX on their toes, rotating between the sites and having to guess where the final hit's going to be. Throughout this game, OpTic showed much more hesitation to go for showers control than they did versus XSET. This isn't surprising, as this game happened afterwards and DRX would have had chance to look at what OpTic was doing in the previous match. Instead, OpTic mixed up their looks, but threw in a lot of B-long pressure with the orb to dodge the flash into double blast pack flash, plus sometimes the molly. OpTic was still consistently fighting for early map control in many rounds, but they did throw in more delayed pushes and defaults where they just held for aggression versus DRX. DRX showed that they were able to shut down the showers aggression with Mako's utility, and they also altered their strategies to hold backside instead of holding for showers. However, OpTic was able to adjust to this and push out the backside of you to take control of backside, knowing there was probably players isolated by bench or showers. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I plan to be looking at Paper X quite a bit after the last few days.